you guys, it's Michaela Janae here, back with another video, and in today's video I have a story time for you guys. I know it's been so long since I did a story time. That's because I couldn't think of anything, but one just fell in my lap last night. So let's get into that story time, okay? So last night, I'm laying down watching TV in my living room, just eating some chips, right? Because, you know, I like to snack. And I hear this sound, like, and I'd already eaten dinner. Like, we were just sitting there chilling, and it's like, zzz, zzz. Like, if you know what electricity sounds like, that's what it sounded like. And it sounded like it was, like, surrounding our house. Think about, like, a bee sound, but, like, serious buzzing. Like, I said, like, so many times, like... serious buzzing surrounding my house, and it was like zzz. Like, it was so weird, but it was so loud, and we heard it, and we just like all stopped. Like, I paused the TV and I was just like looking at my parents, and I was like, do y'all hear that? Like, I know I'm not the only one who hears that. They get up to go check what it is. So we go to our front door, and the light post right outside my house is in flames. It is on fire, and you know, electricity, the fire is like blue-green. I was like running to go get my camera while my mom was calling the police, because like, it was just, I knew I had to record it, but I did not catch it. It all happened so fast. After the light post was on fire, and we were just staring at it, and it was making the sound. And once we opened up the door, the sound got louder immediately, and it was just, the fire was blue and green, and I was just in shock. Like, I didn't even know what to think. I didn't know what happened. I was caught by surprise. Like, initially I thought like our house was on fire. Like, I didn't know what was going on. So then I look at across my street at another light post, and I realized an 18-wheeler has ran into the light post. So what he did, he broke the pole, and his truck was like stuck. He brought up pieces of the road, actually. Like, the road is broken now, and he couldn't move the truck. So my mom called 911, and they came, the fire department came, fire and rescue, all that. So my mom's like, eventually we're gonna have to leave because we're not gonna have power. And mind you, I don't think I added this in, it was 10 o'clock at night. I was ready to go to bed. Like, I did not want to leave my house. I didn't know how long I was going to be out of my house. Like, I was prepared. Where I live, it's really cold. It's like in the 20s and 30s at night. So she didn't want to stay in the cold, but I was willing to risk it because I didn't want to leave. It took a while for the electricity people to get there, so we just stayed and chilled. Our electricity stayed on for a good 30 minutes, and my mom was like, maybe we should just leave. Are they going to warn us when they turn it off? And we just sat there. So then, boom, the lights went out. Like, we was all just watching TV. Everything went off, and we was like, oh, it's done. It's over. Alright, you guys, so right now our power is off. We have absolutely no lights. It just went out on us. All our lights went off. There's nothing on in the house. Not the refrigerator, the stove, the microwave, excuse my Popeyes. The light hasn't went off. Crazy. We saw that the electricity people had finally made it. So at this point, it's like 10:30, and they're like, well, it's going to take 4 hours. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So they was like, you're going to be without power for 4 hours, maybe more. So at this point, it's 3 electricity trucks out there. There's a bunch of police officers. I was recording at that point. I did not get the fire, but I did get the truck. Like, so, you know, we're in the dark, but our water is still on, thank God, which I'm thankful it didn't freeze the night before, because that's just how cold it was. So I'm like, okay, we have no lights. It has to go to my grandmother's house. So, you know, I just pack up my phone, my iPad. I didn't even get dressed really yesterday. So I just had on some house slippers, a jacket. I was basically in my sleeping clothes already. I was at my grandmother's house. We were staying there because we didn't have nowhere else to go. I mean, we could have got a hotel, but you know, why would we get a hotel for 4 hours or more? Like, it's in the middle of the week. Nobody wanted to like miss work. So we just went to my grandmother's house. She stays right down the street. Stuff I did not want to watch. So I'm just sitting there reading, you know, which is fine. It's their house. I didn't mind. I was still like so in shock. So the whole time we're checking the news. We're checking to see like what the progress is. So I'm just reading my book. And it's like 11, then it's 12, then it's 1, then it's 2, and we just got so restless. We was like, okay, well, we're just gonna go back and check. Mind you, my street, it looks like a crime scene happened. The whole block is without lights, and it's a pretty big block. So at one end of my block there's a police officer, and at another end there's a police officer, and they're not letting anyone pass. We went around the police officers and we just sat and like looked and see if they were almost done, which it was at this point like almost 3 a.m. and they were still not finished. I was like ready to go to sleep laying down, but I'm still like reading, you know, trying to stay up. That late at night I don't want to fall asleep and then have to wake back up and go in the house, all that kind of stuff. So my grandmother was like, well, just come back over here, like y'all can just sleep here. But like we didn't really want to do that. We just wanted to go home at that point. I'm thankful that she let us. We wouldn't have had nowhere to go in the last minute like that. Like the new pole was up. It looked like they were almost done. At about 3 a.m. exactly, that's when we drove home. Like we were across the street just waiting to see if we can drive home. We drove home, we stayed, and we waited for them to turn on the power switch for the neighborhood. So then I just went home and I was just like, thank you, Jesus. Like everything happens for a reason, but that whole encounter was so strange and weird to me. I was just like, what? It was really weird. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Like thank God I was on winter break, because having to go to school today, that would have been crazy. I probably wouldn't have went because I want to sleep until 4 in the morning. Like that was so unfeasible. It was an inconvenience, but accidents happen. I was happy that the truck driver was okay. I was happy that the pole didn't really fall and damage anyone's house. Like there was a lot of blessings in it, but without power, we had to make sure our food wouldn't spoil. You know, thank God we'd already eaten dinner, because you know none of our electricity would have been working. No heaters were working. So I don't even know what I'm gonna call this story time. And this happened to me last night. Thought my house was on fire. I didn't know when I could go home. I was up for how many hours straight? I was up for almost 24 hours, because the night before I didn't go to sleep until 3. I don't know how I'm still awake right now. I'm surprised I'm not sleeping. Yeah, I was like, I have to do a story time about this, and I was just recording with my camera. So if you guys want more story times, please let me know, because I actually thought of another story time that I could do that's going to be coming soon. Please like, comment, and share. I'm so happy that we're into the new year and we can go on journeys together and implement new things into my channels. Like I'm so happy. If you guys like this shirt I have on, I actually have a video that's up on how I made this shirt. It was so easy. It only took me like 10 minutes. It was a DIY. The shirt is so cute. And if you'd like to see more hair videos, click the cards up above. I have so many things to offer on my channel, so please share it, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. That was my little quick story. Bye, y'all.